Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10-minute analysis. Today, I want to talk about if function and how you can also nested if function and and function in Microsoft Excel. You agree with me that if function is a logical function that results in two outcomes, right? There must be two outcomes. If it is true, there will be an outcome. And if it is false, there will also be an outcome. So I have a very small data set with me right here. We sell different products. And of course, the weight of the product and price of, different of each product. And we also charge a fee for shipping if you want us to ship the product to your destination. But we have a policy. If the product weight is below 12%, there won't be any charges. But the moment the product weigh 30 kg, then there will be 12% charge on every item above 30 kg, right? So let's do this simple calculation using if function. So I also have, summary table carve out. So where I will be referring to this cell. So let's go ahead and do the calculation. So you agree with me that every calculation must start with equal symbol, right? So if then I'm going to open the function. The first argument says logical test. So my logical test will be if the weight that cell B4, if the weight of our office chair is greater, than 30, kg, then I'm going to log this, right? Because I want to refer to it. By the time I'm copying my formula, that I want to refer to that particular cell. So the next thing to do is to press equals on comma to move to the next argument. So the next argument says value if it is true. So what do we want to achieve if this logical test is true? So if this is true, then multiply the price of the item multiplied by 12%. Then I'm going to log the 12% also to make it absolute, right? Comma. The last argument is if the value is false. Remember, I said it's a logical function that results in two outcomes. So if the value is true, we've already supplied that we should multiply, the price of the item by 12%. Now, if the value is false, you can decide on, the desired output. So I'm going to say, no charges for readability purpose, right? So no charges. Then I'm going to close my formula. Then I'll hit enter. Now, look at office chair. The weight of the office chair is actually 25, which is not up to 30 kg. That means there will be no charges. That's correct. So let's try and copy the formula down and see what we have. Right. So you observe that this dex is actually 50 in terms of weight. Then there is 12% charges on 450. Also, the same thing applies to the storage unit, and you observe that the items that are not up to 30% kg, there was no charges on them. So this is pretty much how you can use if function in Microsoft Excel. So let's go ahead and change this filling cabinet to, let me say, 85 kg and press enter. Look at what happened. Immediately there was 12% fee applied to the filling cabinet. So this is dynamic, and you can also turn this into a template to achieve your desired output. All right. So let's look at the second example. Let's look at how you can also nested and function with if function to test more than a logical test or statement. Now, here I have with me student name, their mathematics score and English score. And we want to be able to ascertain if they actually, you know, meet this requirement. So the first test will be 75% and the second test is 65. Right? Now, equal symbol, I'm going to go ahead and type if function, open the formula. Now, the first argument says logical test, but because I need more than, because I'm testing more than a logical test, so I'm going to introduce and function and also open the formula. Now you will observe that I have, multiple logical tests. Now I have logical 1, logical 2, 3, and 4, and so on and so forth, right? So my first logical statement would be if the mathematics score, right, is equal or is greater or equal to 75, then I'm going to log that 75 to make it absolute, because everybody is going to be, referring to this particular score, comma. You observe that the arguments have moved to logical 2, then you also have another option, logical 3. So if I have more than 2 statements, then I'm going to continue with my logical statement. So my second logical statement says is that if English score is greater or equal to 65, right? I'm also going to log this. Then I'll close the bracket. Then press comma. Now, before I press my comma, you observe that uh, it has moved to if function argument, right? And the first argument is logical text. But because I've already supplied my, logical text, I don't need to supply this logical text any longer. So all I'm not going to do is to just move to the next argument by pressing comma, right? So if the value is true, what do you want to see? Then I'm going to say pass, comma. If the value is false, then fail. Then I'll close the brackets and also, so if the value is false, then fail. So this is our two desired outcome. But if this student, Claire, if she meets with this criteria, then pass it. But if she didn't meet up with this criteria, then our result should be fail. Then I'm going to press enter. So look at that. So let's do our quality assurance. In mathematics, she actually scored 93 and English she scored 80. So look at the logical test, 75 and 65. So let me copy the formula down. Then Julie, failed her mathematics while she passed her English test. And you can see the results. And let's look at Ben. Ben actually passed the 2 exams. So this is pretty much how you can combine, and you can also go complex, but this is just a very simple explanation on how you can use if function and also combine or nested and function with if function to achieve, multiple uh, conditional expression. I hope you gain value for your time and learn something today. So if this is your first time of coming across my video, do well to subscribe, like, and also share this video. And I will see you next time. God bless you.